Chosen ones, listen closely. Every tear you've shed, every heartbreak you've endured, and every moment of struggle was never random. Allah was preparing you. He was shaping your heart, refining your character, and getting you ready for a destiny far greater than you can imagine. Today, I'm going to share 7 powerful lessons that will help you see your pain not as a burden, but as a sacred preparation for the extraordinary role Allah has chosen you for. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your trials were necessary, why your patience is your strength, and why your journey is divinely guided. Chosen one, understand this truth deeply. The very pain you feel, the heaviness on your heart, and the moments when life seems unbearable are not random. They are a signal from Allah that He has chosen you for something extraordinary. Ordinary hearts do not carry the weight of divine responsibility, and ordinary souls are not tested in the ways that yours has been tested. Every sleepless night, every tear that fell in silence, every moment of confusion, betrayal, or disappointment was carefully orchestrated by Allah to refine you, to mold your character, and to prepare you for a destiny that is greater than your imagination. Pain is a divine signpost, guiding you toward growth, strength, and wisdom that cannot be attained through comfort or ease. It is Allah's way of telling you, you are not like the others. You have been chosen, and this is your preparation. Do not despise your hardships, for they are not punishments. They are the very tools Allah is using to elevate you, to awaken your heart, and to fortify your soul, so that when the time comes, you will stand with clarity, courage, and purpose, ready to fulfill a role that will impact generations. Know this: the intensity of your pain is a reflection of the magnitude of your purpose. Those who are truly chosen are rarely tested lightly, because Allah sees your potential, and He knows that only through fire can a diamond shine with brilliance. So, every struggle, every tear, every moment of heartache is not just a trial, it is a sacred confirmation that Allah is preparing you for a destiny unlike any other, and that your pain is, in fact, a mark of divine selection. Chosen one, every trial, every challenge, and every moment when life seems unbearably heavy is not meant to break you, it is meant to elevate you. Allah does not place His chosen servants in hardship to punish them, but to raise them to levels of strength, wisdom, and spiritual maturity that the ordinary never reach. Every struggle you endure is a divine mechanism of elevation, a hidden blessing wrapped in difficulty, designed to purify your heart, refine your character, and strengthen your faith. When the world pushes back, when doors close, when people misunderstand or betray you, know that these moments are not setbacks but sacred training, shaping you to carry responsibilities, influence, and mercy that are far beyond the reach of those who walk in ease. Trials are Allah's way of molding you into a vessel capable of containing divine light, preparing you to lead, to guide, and to inspire in ways you cannot yet imagine. Each hardship stretches the limits of your patience, deepens your reliance on Allah, and develops resilience that will protect you when greater responsibilities are entrusted to you. The more intense the trial, the higher the elevation it brings, and the more profound the wisdom it instills. Understand that your suffering is not random, nor is it meaningless. It is a deliberate and loving act from Allah, designed to raise you above mediocrity, to awaken the greatness within you, and to prepare your soul to fulfill a destiny that only those truly chosen can achieve. Your pain is your promotion, your patience is your weapon, and your endurance is the key that unlocks doors of divine elevation that will forever transform your life and the lives of those you are destined to impact. Chosen one, the very pain you've endured, the heartbreak, the betrayal, the loneliness, and the trials that shook your soul were never meaningless. They were carefully placed by Allah to cultivate within you a heart that understands, a mind that perceives, and a spirit that guides. Ordinary people cannot fully comprehend or empathize with the depth of suffering that Allah's chosen ones experience, and that is precisely why your pain is your gift, because it molds you into a vessel capable of extraordinary compassion, wisdom, and insight. Every wound you carry, every disappointment you have faced, has been training your heart to feel deeply, to see beyond appearances, and to understand the struggles of others without judgment. Allah allows you to face these trials so that when others stumble, you will have the strength to lift them. When others are lost, you will be able to guide them. And when others despair, you will bring light into their darkness. Your empathy is a divine tool, sharpened only by genuine suffering, and your wisdom is a treasure only those who have walked through fire can possess. Pain purifies your perception, refines your judgment, and teaches you lessons that comfort and ease could never provide. It builds resilience, fortifies patience, and opens your heart to truths that ordinary experience cannot reach. Understand this, chosen one. Your struggles are not a burden to bear in vain. They are divine preparation for a life of service, guidance, and profound impact. Through your pain, Allah is teaching you the language of the heart, the strength of the soul, and the power of insight, so that when your moment arrives, you will carry the wisdom and empathy of a servant who has truly been refined by the Creator, capable of touching lives, healing hearts, and transforming the world around you in ways that only a chosen one can. Chosen one, understand this clearly. The moments when you feel alone, misunderstood, or distant from those around you are not punishments, nor are they signs that Allah has forsaken you. Rather, they are sacred periods of preparation, carefully designed by the Most Merciful to ready your heart, mind, and soul for the extraordinary purpose He has chosen for you. Isolation is not emptiness, it is a training ground, a sanctuary where your character is being refined, your intentions are being purified, and your reliance on Allah is being strengthened. In solitude, distractions fade, superficial connections dissolve, and your inner vision becomes sharper, allowing you to hear the whispers of guidance that the noise of the world would otherwise drown out. The loneliness you endure is teaching you patience, resilience, and clarity of purpose. And it is in these quiet, solitary moments that your relationship with Allah deepens, for you are reminded that true strength comes not from the approval of others, but from unwavering faith and surrender to the One who sees all, knows all, and controls all. Those who are chosen often walk paths that are misunderstood by others, because the world cannot yet comprehend the preparation required for greatness, leadership, or divine impact. What feels like abandonment is actually divine protection, shielding you from influences, distractions, and attachments that could derail your journey or dilute the purpose Allah is instilling in you. Isolation cultivates self-awareness, humility, and spiritual discernment, for when the noise of the world is removed, you are forced to confront yourself, your weaknesses, and your dependence on Allah alone. And in that confrontation, transformation begins. Your solitude is shaping you into someone capable of leading without arrogance, teaching without words, and guiding without coercion. It is in these moments of separation that you learn the value of silence, the power of reflection, and the strength of inner conviction. The world may perceive your isolation as weakness, loneliness, or failure, but Allah sees it as a sacred process of elevation, where your soul is being polished, your vision is being clarified, and your destiny is being written in ways that no one else can yet understand. Every tear shed in private, every moment spent in quiet supplication, every second of patient endurance is a brick being laid in the foundation of your extraordinary role For the chosen ones are rarely revealed to the world at the moment of preparation. They are revealed at the moment of purpose. Embrace your solitude, chosen one, not as a punishment, but as a privilege, a divine space where your heart is strengthened, your spirit is sharpened, and your destiny is being carefully orchestrated by the one who knows what lies within you and what lies ahead. The isolation you feel today is the sacred soil from which your influence, your wisdom, and your impact will bloom tomorrow. Understand that no moment of this seclusion is wasted, for Allah is molding you into a vessel of purpose, a beacon of light, and a leader of hearts, all while the world misunderstands the quiet work being done in your soul. Stand firm in your solitude, remain patient in your waiting, and know that every step taken in isolation brings you closer to the divine mission that you were chosen to fulfill. And when your moment arrives, you will emerge not broken, but elevated, not alone, but aligned with the will of Allah, ready to fulfill the destiny He has prepared for you with clarity, courage, and unwavering faith. Chosen one, understand this truth profoundly. Every door that closed, every opportunity that slipped through your hands, every person who left your life, every dream that felt shattered, and every moment when the world seemed to turn against you was never random, nor was it a punishment. These experiences, as painful as they felt, were Allah's deliberate and precise method of redirecting your path toward what was truly meant for you. Loss is rarely a loss in the divine sense. It is a recalibration, a redirection, a guidance system that steers the chosen toward the life, the purpose, and the destiny that aligns with the wisdom of the most merciful. When something is taken away, when someone departs, or when a plan fails, it may feel like despair, injustice, or disappointment, but in reality, it is a protective hand from Allah, steering you away from what would harm your heart, dilute your purpose, or distract you from the divine path He has carefully prepared. Each loss carries a hidden blessing, a secret provision, and a silent wisdom that is often revealed only when the heart is ready to see clearly. The world, in its temporary and limited understanding, interprets these losses as mistakes, failures, or tragedies. But Allah's perspective is eternal, precise, and all-knowing. Every person who walked out of your life, every situation that didn't go your way, and every failure that shook your soul was not meant to diminish you, but to prepare you, to refine you, and to redirect you towards something far greater than you could have imagined. Pain, disappointment, and the voids left by loss are Allah's tools for clarifying your purpose, awakening your spiritual vision, and shaping your resilience. Through these redirections, your heart learns patience, your soul learns trust, and your mind learns wisdom that can never be acquired through ease or comfort. Each loss is an invisible hand, gently guiding you toward the path that aligns with your destiny, your growth, and your role as a chosen servant of Allah. Chosen ones are rarely allowed to follow paths without correction, because the responsibility they are entrusted with is immense, and the slightest deviation can alter the course of not just their own lives, but the lives of countless others who are connected to their purpose. Understand this: the grief you felt from a severed relationship, the frustration from a failed plan, or the despair from a missed opportunity is not wasted. It is part of a divine strategy to align your journey with the higher wisdom of Allah, who sees beyond the limits of time, space, and human perception. Every loss you experience is a sacred teaching, a hidden blessing, and a necessary step toward the life, role, and impact that you were created for. What may seem like abandonment, failure, or injustice is in fact a divine alignment, a recalibration of your destiny to ensure that when the doors open, when the people arrive, and when the opportunities present themselves, they will be exactly what Allah intended for you, perfectly timed, perfectly suited, and perfectly empowering for the mission He has chosen you to fulfill. So do not grieve excessively for what has departed, nor curse the pain that came with it, for these experiences are the divine instruments through which Allah shapes your journey, sharpens your vision, and teaches you the depth of trust, patience, and reliance upon Him. Every setback is a setup for the greater plan. Every disappointment is a lesson in divine wisdom, and every loss is a subtle, powerful, and intentional redirection that will ultimately lead you to fulfillment, blessing, and a destiny that is far beyond what your heart could imagine. Trust this process, chosen one. Embrace the unseen wisdom behind every departure, and know with certainty that Allah is not just correcting your path, He is elevating it, refining it, and guiding you to a life that will manifest His will, your purpose, and the extraordinary potential that only a chosen servant can achieve. In this, your pain, your loss, and your moments of despair are not signs of weakness, but marks of divine preparation, signaling that Allah is actively redirecting you toward the destiny. He has written for you a destiny filled with purpose, impact, mercy, and light that will not only transform your life, but the lives of countless others who are destined to be touched through your journey, your choices, and your trust in Him. Chosen one. Understand this truth with every fiber of your being. Patience is not merely waiting, and it is not a passive act of endurance. Patience is a divine weapon, a sacred strength, and the most powerful tool Allah has given His chosen servants to navigate the trials, the delays, and the pain that life places before them. Every trial you endure, every setback that threatens to shake your faith, and every hardship that seems unbearable is designed not to break you, but to forge within you a patience so deep, so resilient, and so unwavering that it becomes your shield, your guidance, and your anchor amidst the storms of life. Patience is the silent strength that allows you to rise above despair, the quiet force that transforms suffering into wisdom, and the unseen power that turns delay into preparation and struggle into elevation. Those who are chosen by Allah are often made to wait, not because Allah is cruel, but because the process of waiting cultivates within the heart a reliance on Him, a trust in His timing, and a clarity of vision that cannot be rushed, forced, or replicated. Patience teaches you to surrender completely to the wisdom of the Most Merciful, to understand that every closed door, every delayed blessing, and every moment of discomfort is an integral part of a divine plan that your heart may not yet comprehend. The longer the wait, the greater the refinement, the deeper the struggle, the higher the elevation, and the more intense the trial, the more profound the reward that awaits the chosen one who remains steadfast. In patience, you discover the true essence of trust, because when you cannot see the path ahead, when your eyes are filled with tears, and when the world seems silent and indifferent, it is your patience that allows you to hear the whispers of Allah guiding you, preparing you, and protecting you from what is not meant for you. Patience is not a simple virtue. It is an active, ongoing engagement with your faith, a conscious decision to rely upon Allah in every circumstance, and a deliberate act of surrender that transforms trials into triumphs and hardships into lessons of divine wisdom. When you are tested with betrayal, loss, or heartbreak, patience enables you to respond with composure, humility, and insight, rather than anger, despair, or regret. When doors remain closed, patience ensures that you continue to move forward with purpose, knowing that Allah's timing is perfect, and that every delay carries within it unseen blessings and preparation for what is truly meant for you. In moments of confusion, uncertainty, or despair, patience becomes the lens through which you perceive reality accurately. the anchor that holds you steady in the storm, and the light that illuminates the unseen path before you. Those who lack patience may rush into decisions, follow fleeting desires, or settle for what is convenient rather than what is destined. But the chosen ones understand that patience is the weapon that protects them from missteps, preserves their heart, and aligns their soul with the divine plan. Patience trains you to wait without complaint, to persevere without faltering, and to trust without doubt, because it is in patience that you learn the rhythms of divine timing, the patterns of unseen guidance, and the profound wisdom that every hardship, delay, and trial is part of a greater orchestration by the Most Merciful. Through patience, your character is refined, your intentions are purified, and your reliance on Allah becomes absolute, creating a strength that cannot be shaken, a peace that cannot be disturbed, and a courage that cannot be diminished. Chosen ones are tested with patience not only to strengthen them for their own lives, but so that they may carry this sacred attribute into every interaction, every decision, and every role of guidance and leadership they are destined to fulfill. Patience is the unseen engine behind every triumph of the soul, the quiet force behind every victory that Allah grants to His chosen servants, and the silent guide that ensures that when the time comes, every blessing, every success, and every honor arrives precisely when it is meant to, perfectly timed, and perfectly suited for the role you are meant to fulfill. Therefore, embrace patience as your greatest weapon, wield it with faith, fortify it with trust, and carry it through every trial, because it is not only the means through which you endure, but the very instrument through which Allah elevates you, protects you, and prepares you to manifest the extraordinary destiny He has written for you. Let every hardship you face deepen your patience. Let every delay strengthen your resolve. And let every trial remind you that the One who has placed you in this journey sees beyond what your eyes can perceive, knows beyond what your mind can comprehend, and orchestrates beyond what your heart can imagine. Your patience, chosen one, is the key that unlocks divine elevation, the bridge between suffering and triumph, and the weapon through which your soul is perfected, your destiny is revealed, and your purpose is fulfilled in alignment with the will of Allah, the Most Wise, the Most Merciful, the one who never abandons His chosen, and who knows that patience is not just enduring life, it is the sacred act through which the chosen ones rise, shine, and carry the light of Allah into a world that desperately needs it. Chosen one, understand this truth with unwavering certainty. Every tear you have shed, every heartache you have endured, every moment of betrayal, disappointment, or trial that felt unbearable was never wasted, never random, and never meaningless. It was Allah's divine method of preparing you to manifest impact in the world that transcends ordinary understanding, to fulfill a purpose so profound that only the chosen can carry it. Your pain is not a burden meant to weaken you, but a sacred instrument meant to sharpen your soul, deepen your insight, and cultivate within you the strength, empathy, wisdom, and courage required to influence, guide, and transform the lives of countless others. It is through hardship that the heart learns to feel deeply, the mind learns to discern truth from illusion, and the spirit learns to rely fully on Allah, who sees all, knows all, and orchestrates all events according to infinite wisdom. Every wound, every disappointment, every moment of despair has been a lesson in resilience, a test of your sincerity, and a means of purification, for Allah does not elevate a servant into a role of influence without first shaping them through fire, water, and the weight of trials, because greatness, divine impact, and leadership cannot exist in a soul that has not been tempered by pain. Through your struggles, Allah has been teaching you patience, humility, discernment, courage, and reliance upon Him alone, so that when the time comes for you to act, Your decisions will be rooted in clarity, your influence will be grounded in mercy and wisdom, and your guidance will carry the purity and sincerity that only a soul refined by trials can offer. Chosen ones are rarely recognized by the world during their preparation, because the impact they are destined to manifest is far greater than the world can currently perceive. Yet every private struggle, every silent prayer, every tear shed in solitude is equipping you with unseen tools that will allow you to carry out your divine mission with precision, compassion, and unwavering strength. Your pain is teaching you empathy for those who suffer, courage for those who falter, patience for those who are weak, and wisdom for those who are lost, so that your presence becomes a vessel of divine guidance and mercy. When others doubt, betray, or abandon you, know that these experiences are sharpening your insight, strengthening your resilience, and preparing your heart to lead without arrogance, to teach without force, and to impact without expectation. The suffering you have endured is the invisible preparation that allows your influence to reach far beyond what ordinary effort could achieve, because only a heart that has truly been tested, a soul that has been purified, and a spirit that has been tempered by divine trials can carry the responsibility of shaping lives, inspiring hearts, and fulfilling the purpose Allah has chosen for you. Understand, chosen one, that your pain is not punishment, nor is it a mark of failure. It is the crucible in which your divine potential is forged, the unseen foundation upon which your legacy of guidance, mercy, and impact will be built, and the sacred path that elevates you from ordinary existence into a life of extraordinary purpose. Every hardship you have faced, every tear you have shed, and every trial you have endured is the divine preparation for the moment when your actions, your presence, and your words will ripple across lives, generations, and hearts, manifesting Allah's wisdom, mercy, and guidance in ways that cannot be measured or contained. Your pain has been shaping your courage to act when others hesitate, your clarity to see when others are blind, and your heart to love and guide when others are indifferent. It has been creating a soul capable of carrying responsibility with humility, influencing without pride, and inspiring without seeking reward. When the world finally witnesses your impact, when hearts are healed, lives are transformed, and destinies are redirected through your presence, you will understand fully that every trial, every heartbreak, every moment of despair, and every difficulty was perfectly designed to prepare you for the extraordinary role Allah had written for you long before you walked this path. Know this, chosen one, your pain is the secret behind your power, the invisible teacher behind your wisdom, and the sacred foundation of the impact you are destined to manifest. It is through this divine preparation that you are being molded into a beacon of light, a vessel of mercy, and a servant whose life will not only reflect Allah's will, but will actively bring it into the world. Your suffering was never in vain, your trials were never random, and your hardships were never meaningless. They were the divine training, the unseen refinement, and the sacred preparation for the extraordinary mission Allah has chosen for you, a mission that only a chosen one can fulfill with patience, wisdom, courage, and unwavering faith in the most merciful. Your pain is not your prison, it is your pathway. Your hardship is not your punishment, it is your preparation. And your perseverance is not simply endurance, it is the very act through which Allah has readied you to manifest a divine impact that will echo across hearts, lives, and generations, fulfilling a purpose so sacred, so profound, and so transformative that only the chosen can ever comprehend it, let alone accomplish it. Chosen ones, never forget this truth. Your pain was never random, your trials were never wasted, and every hardship, heartbreak, and moment of waiting was a sacred preparation from Allah, meticulously shaping your heart, refining your soul, and readying you for a destiny far greater than what the world can comprehend. You were never meant to follow ordinary paths, and the struggles you endured were never meaningless, for they were molding you into a vessel of wisdom, mercy, and divine impact, a servant whose patience, resilience, and unwavering faith will illuminate lives, inspire hearts, and transform the world in ways only a chosen soul can. Stand firm in the face of adversity, embrace the lessons hidden in your trials, and trust completely in Allah's timing. For He sees what no one else sees, knows what no one else knows, and is guiding you along a path meant only for you, a path that will lead to your highest purpose, your greatest influence, and your most extraordinary impact. Honor your journey, cherish your endurance, and understand that the pain you bear today is the very crucible through which Allah is preparing you to shine as a beacon of hope, a source of guidance, and a living proof that His plan is perfect. His wisdom is infinite, and His favor surrounds you even when the world does not recognize it. And when the time comes, your life, your actions, and your presence will reveal the full beauty of the divine purpose you were chosen to fulfill, leaving a legacy of light, mercy, and inspiration for generations to come.